Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Community Health. We have 8 locations to serve you better. Our staff is dedicated to help you and your family. Here's your host, Vicki Soulé.
Hello there, and welcome to Community Conversations. It's always a pleasure to be here, and in large part, it's because of the wonderful community members that we have and are able to bring in every week to have conversations about what's going on in this great community that we call home, whether we were born here, transplanted here, or just newly visiting. Today, I'm thrilled to have two someones actually, that are part of our military veterans groups. And so, Charlie, welcome.
Thank you.
You are one of the co-founders of DoYouGiveARuck.
That's correct.
Okay. And you're a man of many words. So I'm going to also introduce Nicole, who you brought as your sidekick.
Hello.
Hi, Nicole. You're part of this organization as well.
I am. I'm the treasurer for our board.
Okay. And you were kind of recruited today to fill in.
I was.
For guest number 2.
Yes.
So we appreciate both of you being here to tell us a little bit more about your organization. You told me before we got here that this organization is fairly young. 2 years?
Yes.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
July, it'll be 2 years.
All right. So, Charlie, I'm going to come back to you because as a co-founder, you and your brother,
Yes, Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Yes.
saw a need in this community for a little more activism. Tell us about that. What's your mission?
We ruck march for charity. We raise money and food through ruck marching and such to give to veterans who need it.
So for those of us that are not military, what's a ruck march?
Okay, so in the military, whenever we go out on patrol and stuff, you take a rucksack
Okay.
and you put
Like a big backpack?
like a big giant backpack.
Okay.
And you put all the items and equipment that you'll need for that patrol for however many time that you're going to be out there, and you march for miles.
So it could be pretty heavy.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have like a tag along for your camper type tents and...
Unfortunately not, though.
No.
It would be nice, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. What's an average weight then for a rucksack?
About 60 pounds.
About 60 pounds.
Yes, ma'am, easily.
And you walk it.
Yes, ma'am.
So is there a build-up process?
Yes. My first couple of weeks going out, I actually just went out and did the ruck marching without a pack to make sure that I was capable of handling just doing the miles and my body would be fine with that. And then I slowly started building up my weight in my pack.
So what's an average march in terms of distance?
3.2 to 3.5 miles is typically what we do on our weekly practice rucks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so is it like, I'm kind of old, so we used to get pledges for so many steps or miles when we would do that. Is that how you raise the funds? Or?
Not in this case. This is, we use our ruck marches more as a camaraderie. People come out, civilians and veterans,
Okay.
and it's more about getting to know people and understanding better the different things that we face and the problems. And
So this is not like a quiet march all in a row. This is people marching together, similar to like the breast cancer walks where we're
Yes,
conversing the whole time.
mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
And so are these done in other places around the country?
Yes. There are organizations that I'm aware of that they do ruck marches and stuff.
I would think it'd be much easier in the warmer climates than rucking through snow.
Oh, yes. You'd probably want it more of a temperate climate. I mean, Florida gets pretty hot, but definitely didn't want to do it in snow either.
So how many folks usually go out on these marches now that you've been in existence? And I realize that, your startup must have been just before COVID, and so that had to have a pretty negative effect on your startup.
Absolutely, it did.
Do you have a lot of folks through the Veterans Administration support groups that know about you?
They are aware of us. We do a lot of advertising, and we talk to a lot of veterans. We do a lot of local events where we have booths to try to get the word out. So,
I see, said
yes,
the blind man.
lots of advertising every which way we can think.
Okay. And is there an age limit? In other words, if you had tweens or young teenagers, could they come out?
Absolutely.
And is there a fee paid then to participate?
No
No,
fee.
ma'am. Not
So
unless
how do
it's
you
for
raise the
big
money?
events.
I'm sorry, I'm not connecting the dots here very well.
We do events, like our big events that we just had with the Army versus Navy Battle for Dominance, in which we really rely on going out and asking for donations and sponsorships. And
Okay.
most of our money is made through that way. But we also do events like bingo, like we're doing with Filthy's Fine Wine and Cocktails. We hold a bingo event on Monday nights. I believe we're switching it to Wednesday.
Next week will be Wednesdays.
Next
yes.
week will be Wednesdays from 5 to 8 p.m. And right now, the month that we're working with is for us to replenish our funds, because every time that we hold a big major event, it costs money. It costs money to get the permits and get the fire and EMS and insurance and everything else. So right now, we're just kind of restocking what little money that we've already got. But usually in the months that we do hold bingo, we pick one organization a month and donate the proceedings to them.
So who have your past recipients been?
Last 2 months ago, we did Military Moms Prayer Group. They send packages over to active duty service members, kind of like a care package.
Right.
And we were able to raise close to $5,000 for them just doing bingo.
That's
in 1 month.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And our Rotary group has participated in sending care packages overseas. And the amount of shipping, it was just like, what?
So
Isn't there like a discount for...
There is a discount for shipping
and
these.
that's what they said. And
Yes.
it goes through like Alaska or someplace. I mean, it was like, it was not a local FOB, you know?
No, there actually is a local place
there?
that you can go
Okay.
to. Right in the 12th Street Publix Plaza, there's
Okay.
a shipping place there, and they do offer a discount with
Have to keep
the
that in
prepay
mind.
boxes.
Yeah.
So
But if you're sending a lot,
it can get pricey.
Yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Now, having been on the other side of that, what's it like when those boxes come over?
He's actually received one.
I have.
Ah.
I've received quite a few of them. It's nice. It's very nice, and it's very generous. Sometimes whenever you're overseas, you don't have the luxuries or the privileges of getting the things that you miss back home. So, I mean,
And it takes some of the burden, I understand, off of your immediate family.
it does to an extent, yes. Now, I've been on both sides of it, where when my older brother was in the Army,
Mm-hmm.
and being raised by a single mother, I have watched her scrape pennies together to get things together to send things to him in Iraq. But then at the same time, whenever you're overseas and people send you things, it's just even when it's not your family members, it's nice to be thought of.
Yeah, when we were talking before the show, you were relating back to when you enlisted and how that was the thing for young high school kids who weren't going on to college, you know, limited opportunities for employment in a rural area. And so that was the thing to do. And many, as you described yourself, are the prodigy of single parents, not well-to-do. And so it does mean an awful lot. So that's an encouragement for those of you that are out there thinking, well, they've got family. Why can't they do that? Families come in all sizes and shapes. And,
Absolutely.
it does mean a lot to be on that other end. So, Nicole, I'm going to ask you, since you seem to have a great memory for this as the money lady.
Yes.
What other groups have you contributed to through this fundraising group that you have?
Overall, we've worked with United Against Poverty. We've raised funds for Vietnam veterans of Indian River County.
Every dream has a price.
Every Dream Has a Price, which has homes for veterans.
And that's a big deal. You know, most of us know Julianne Price and her group.
Yes.
And how they have made a difference in providing stable housing.
It's a big deal. It helps get a lot of our homeless veterans off the streets.
And I think in doing that, we can all start to talk about not everyone who is homeless wants to be homeless. You know, there are those folks that say, oh, well, they were, you know, they had PTSD, they prefer to be in the woods, they like to carry a rifle, you know, all of those things. And it's not necessarily so.
No, it is not.
No. Some of them are just floundering with mental health issues. It's very need can be very difficult for a lot of us.
Well, and I'm glad that fate put us together
Absolutely.
because you all weren't aware that Treasure Coast Community Health does have a waiver system through the West Palm Beach VA to see veterans that would find it difficult to receive the services without making the long trip. So I think we're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about more of the things that you do and how others can participate.
Okay.
Thank you.
At Sunshine Furniture, you can create your island paradise and save another 10% during our Memorial Day sale event. From May 20th to June 1st, all furniture by Tommy Bahama and Lexington, including the new Barclay Butera and Ocean Breeze collection, is an additional 10% off. Our gallery of Tommy Bahama has everything you need for your Florida home. We have the largest selection of bedroom, dining room, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including slipcover styles from American-made Four Seasons and Capri, all in stock for immediate delivery. And we have more outdoor furniture than any store on the Treasure Coast, including fire pits, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. All pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price, and don't forget to visit our outlet store across the street for hundreds of great buys. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
It's been a long year.
It's weighing on everyone.
You are not alone.
Constantly listening to media coverage and scrolling social media can make you more anxious and upset.
Your concerns are valid, and whenever you're ready, we're here for you. We're all in this together.
Let's make this your best year yet.
Please call 772-217-3663 or visit mhcollaborative.org to find the help you deserve. Let's talk about it.
Hello, this is Carol Jean Jordan, your tax collector here in Indian River County. All of our offices are scheduling appointments for in-office services, but you can get that little yellow sticker quicker by using our Express Lane. It's fast, convenient, and free when you pay with an e-check. Renew your registration on our website and select Pick Up at the Tax Collector's Office. Order before 3 p.m. and you can pick up your little yellow sticker on the same day. Order at irctax.com. That's irctax.com.
Hi, I'm Vicki Soule, CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. We are the only federally qualified health center in Indian River County. This means we have incredibly high standards of care and waive Medicare deductibles. We are a nonprofit that serves our community with primary medical, dental, and behavioral care, on-site pharmacies as well. Make TCCH your one-stop medical center. Spring into action with TCCH, offering your COVID-19 vaccines, annual medical and dental appointments, and more at tcchinc.org. And welcome back to Community Conversations. As always, we have searched far and wide and come back locally to some guests this week that are really a vibrant part of our community. Their organization just started a couple of years ago, probably right before COVID. So we're here today to talk about what they've been doing, what their vision is, what they have planned. For our second part of the segment. So welcome back, Charlie and Nicole.
Thank you.
So the last couple of months, we've all been taking baby steps forward to re-socialize and get back to some sort of normal affairs. I'm not sure that normal will be redefined in the same way. There's been some awful parts about the pandemic, and there's been some savers that I hope we continue with. I'm sure you feel the same way. But we're all taking those steps forward based on the vision that we still have. What kinds of things have you guys got planned going forward?
Well, right now we have weekly events that we do. So like I mentioned earlier that we've been doing bingo at Filthy's Fine Wine and Cocktails, but next week we'll be doing that Wednesday instead of Monday, from 5 to 8 p.m. On Thursday, we meet up in Port St. Lucie at the Hop Life Brewery, and at 6:30 p.m. And then we do a ruck march down there. Usually it's about 3.4 miles. And then Fridays we do Riverside. We meet up at the Riverside Cafe outside of the pavilions at the park there.
Okay.
Not at the Memorial Island, but actually at Riverside. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, under the bridge.
We do about a 4.2 mile ruck march as well.
Wow.
And then Saturdays we do paddling with vets, which is also at Riverside, but it's with Paddles by the Sea and Vero Tackle, just outside of Riverside. And if you're a veteran or active duty reservist, you're allowed to rent a kayak or paddleboard and go out for 2 hours for free.
Nice. So for those of you that are joining us late, DoYouGiveARuck is primarily a nonprofit raising funds to help veterans.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a lot of what they're talking about is certainly write a check, participate, learn about the life of a vet, and so it's not your typical veterans organization.
I wouldn't believe so, no.
Yeah. Well, I've already heard that, so probably you have too several times.
Yes.
No sitting in smoky bars, rehashing the old days?
No, ma'am. We try to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kinds of things have you done recently?
Outside of Army versus Navy battle for dominance, we just went with...
well, now you've said that 3 times. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to haul you back here because for you, those 5 words describe exactly what happened and what it was about and who participated. But for those of us that were not there, go into a little more detail for us.
We had an event at the Florida Institute of Technology's obstacle course in Fellsmere.
Okay.
In which
I didn't even know they had, but
it's fantastic facility.
It was built by some Army Ranger guys, I believe, that engineered the course.
Interesting.
And we went out there and held an event, which was, my older brother was Army, I was Navy. We've had a rivalry since we were children. Now it's more of a rivalry.
Okay.
So we had an event that we were going to raise money for United Against Poverty.
Okay.
And that was our big event this year, one of the biggest ones that we're going to have this year. And
so how many guys were out on the field doing the obstacle course?
We had 42 participants this year.
Wow. Split like 21 and 21?
There were 4 to 6 man teams. And each team said whether they were Army affiliated or Navy affiliated.
Gotcha.
And Navy.
Oh, Navy won, huh, Charlie?
Absolutely.
So do those events call for a lot of preparation? Is this a way for vets to, quote, stay in shape?
Oh, the actually running the course? Yes, I would hope so. The Florida Institute of Technology's obstacle course is not for the faint of heart. I know that the police departments in the surrounding area, I believe the Coast Guard and firefighter, most of your law enforcement, EMS, and first responders go and run that course. But it's comparable to an actual military obstacle course.
And so is that something that you all had to rent that come out of your proceeds?
They worked with us on it.
That's awesome.
They have a fee that they normally charge for people to come out, and they did a deep discount for us and even donated a portion of it back to the program.
So a lot of this basically was a spectator sport is what I'm gathering, because if you're not in great shape, you're not going to be part of a team.
No, but the whole basis behind it was that it was a team-based exercise. We wanted to be a team. We specifically wanted it to be, teams of 2 or 4 or 6 or however many, but we didn't want anybody to go solo. We wanted to be a team, and it didn't really matter if, of course, there was a competition there. There were medals. There were medals, but we didn't really ask people to kill themselves for this course or anything. We just wanted people to go out there and try to run a military-oriented obstacle course. Maybe not to the best of their abilities, but to the point where they could do it and feel good about doing it.
And come out again.
Exactly.
Yeah, what I have heard about veterans trying to assimilate back into a more civilian life is that lack of camaraderie. And I guess in the early days of Vietnam vet days, that was why they went to the bars and told the war stories. But things have changed quite a bit. So do you find that with exposure, with knowledge, you're finding more people wanting to come out and do these types of things together?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. We get people that come out, especially on a Port St. Lucie. We've had quite a few people come out that have heard about us and want to participate. And then here in Vero Beach in itself, there is a lot of veterans out here in Indian River County. The place is kind of like a retirement place.
It is 15,000 and counting.
Exactly, for the older ones, and it's the younger ones that come back. Most of their family, they're veterans now. Most of their family served, and that's how they got into it. So we got a lot of people that comes straight out of the military, and then many of them, unless they knew each other while they were in, like there's a couple that live around here that I actually served with. But unless you knew somebody or whatever, whenever you come back, it's been years since you've seen your friends. Most of your friends are gone. They've gone to college. They got families and stuff. You don't really have nothing is the same whenever you come back. You don't really have that support group anymore. And the veteran groups that like DoYouGiveARuck that we're running right now, it's more about camaraderie. We want people to be okay to come out, and sometimes you need somebody to talk to, somebody that understands, that not everything is sunshine and rainbows.
Not necessarily a therapy session, but a friend that's been through the same thing. Because when you think about friendships, it's having commonness, okay? Whether it's the activity or the situation you're in the stage of your life, it is something that you can share and support each other with. So with that in mind, if people are hearing this, how can they get a hold of you? How can they be more involved with your group?
We have a website, DoYouGiveARuck.com. We try to keep it updated about as much as often as possible with our events and such on there. We do have Facebook. You can find us on Facebook at DoYouGiveARuck. Make sure you put the hashtag in front of it. Come up a lot easier.
Okay.
You don't have to, but it helps.
Okay.
And we also have an Instagram. We don't really have a Twitter. Kind of working on that one right now, I believe. But our website, and we, us, the members of us, the officers, we do carry business cards. So if we're privileged enough to run into you and hand you a card, there are definitely contact information on there as well.
Well, and I'm going to have to get a pile of your cards so that we can distribute them through Treasure Coast Community Health. We do have a waiver for folks to see our providers instead of going down to West Palm Beach. And so we do see and are seeing more and more. And so I'd like to help spread that word for you. So this is definitely not the mainstream, as one might guess from your name. It's not the mainstream veterans organization, but if you've got a heart for moving people forward that were vets, it sounds like this is the place to be. Anything else I should close with? Anything you want to share?
Our upcoming event is Operation Shell Shock, and it'll be a 20-mile march for veteran PTSD and suicide awareness. It is. And we're very excited about it. So people will be sending in names of people that have lost the battle with PTSD or are suffering from it. And we'll be writing their names on ribbons and attaching them to our packs and bringing them along for one last march with their brothers and sisters. We have people reaching out from all over the country to send in names.
And when is that event?
June 26th.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of time to prepare, to spread the word, and to become involved in that.
They can find out more information on our website.
Okay, which is
DoYouGiveARuck.com.
Perfect. Thank you both so much for being here today.
Thank you.
You're very
welcome. It's been a real pleasure, and I wish you much success.
Thank you.
Going forward. I'm sure you won't need luck. Your hard work and your dedication to this is pretty evident. Thank you. And listeners, I'll be back next week. I hope you will be too. Thank you.